Alright guys, welcome back to another draft analysis. I'm Ace, and right now we're into the third series for today between Team Secret and VG Gaming. Okay, so in the second series, VG Gaming pretty much had a very convincing series over Minieski. They looked really strong, and Minieski just didn't seem to have an answer for what VG Gaming was bringing to them. If you watch my draft analysis, I mentioned that for both games I favoured VG's draft, and in game 1 it was a slight favour, and in game 2 I actually favoured them pretty heavily. I just felt that Minieski, ever since 7.07, they haven't been playing their best, both in terms of draft and in terms of playstyle. Maybe they're just trying to figure things out or whatever, but VG Gaming on the other hand, they are looking really strong now. Secret with CTO as a stand-in, it affected the plays a bit, I would say, the draft as well. All in all, going into this series, just looking at how strong VG has been looking, I'm going to say I'm favouring VG here. But yeah, anyway, let us go into the draft and take a look at how it unfolds. Okay, so Team Secret have first pick here. They ban away Undying, Night Stalker as well as Winter Wyvern. The Undying ban is pretty straightforward against Lanham. He likes to pick the hero a lot. And Night Stalker, Wyvern is just two very strong supports. VG Gaming, they target Puppy on the Bounty Hunter as well as Chen, and Yapso on his Clockwork. Okay, so first up, Secret goes straight for the Yapso's Rubric. They are one of the few teams that will do this. Yapso is just one of the best Rubric in the world. He's really strong at a hero, very versatile. Not say versatile, but very strong opening for Secret on their side. And VG, they reply with Bane plus Elder Titan. Okay, so it seems like Lanham is coming into this draft with something interesting, something new. This Elder Titan could be Young 11, could be support position. I'm leaning it more towards an offlane Elder Titan. They have the Bane sleep into a setup for the Elder Titans to get off his Storm. And yeah, all in all, it's just a very strong pick. But I guess I was just proven wrongly with this Brewmaster pick. That's going to be a Young 11's Brewmaster, and seems like it's going to be a support Elder Titan. I would say Lanham is the Elder Titan and Fenrir will be playing the Bane, but they can always switch it up, so it's not very important though. Team Secret, they ban away Death Prophet as well as Luna. Death Prophet, as I mentioned, very favorite mid hero for the Chinese teams, and the Luna ban is a bit interesting though. Maybe there's like VG played it before and there's some specific strat they're trying to ban it away against. Not very sure about this ban though. Team Secret, they pick up the Omni Knight for Farah. Strong laner. He played it against Complexity Game 3 and he was super farm as well on this hero. Just very comfortable. Good against Bane, good against Elder Titan. Yeah, pretty much his defensive spells are really strong. VG Gaming, they ban away Razor as well as Storm Spirit. Targeting towards CTY's hero. I mean, definitely Ace can definitely play the Razor as well, but all in all, just taking away this first of all, taking Razor, which is very strong lane dominator against a Brewmaster. I think they really plan to pick this Brew for Young 11, and banning the Razor here is just as a Brewmaster is very strong in the lane against most of his matchups, but Razor is not one of them. So yeah, VG want to remove that. And Storm Spirit with like Bane and Elder Titan, I think they have a specific strat going to this, and Storm Spirit in the mid game can be very disruptive towards an Elder Titan's combo or towards a Bane's Fiend's Grip and stuff. So yeah, they just don't want to play against it. And Storm is a very strong hero in this 7.07, I would say. He can scale very well to the late game. His talents are really strong. The new items on Kaya. It's just all in all, Storm is very viable right now in this 7.07 patch. Secret goes back for Puppy on the Ogre Magi. A very straightforward position 5 hero pick, very strong, very tanky, can be in the front lines. But right now, Secret, actually they don't have a proper answer towards this Brewmaster. They don't have anything that they can burst him down with, which might become a problem because Brewmaster is really strong in the mid game with his ultimate. He can control all the tempo. And VG Gaming, they've been drafting very heavy team fight lineups, and right now it's looking more of the same. They go back for the Terrorblade. Very high armor hero. strong late game scaling hero. Right now they have VG. VG has like the Elder Titan Brewmaster, which are very strong in the mid game. They can help to tide the VG through the mid game and bring Terrorblade to the late game where he can actually be very strong. Right now Secret, they might go back for the Medusa as a counter to, not say counter, but as an like carry answer to Terrorblade. It's not the best, but Stone Gaze can remove his illusions. Yeah, let's see if they go back for the Medusa here. They played it on CTY in Game 3 against Complexity as well. Right now, VG Gaming's lineup is really looking very scary. They have very strong team fight. The Terrorblade has a good late game insurance. Terrorblade can definitely find the mid game as well with his Metamorphosis. And Secret, they go back for this Tiny. They played multiple times in the first series as well on Ace, I would say. It's a very strong hero now with the new 7.7 changes. He can have the tree grab. All in all, right now they do have the burst with the Tiny in the early game. Imagine they can jump on the Brewmaster, Rubik Lift into a Tiny combo with the Omni Knight's Purification on top of it, which is pure damage. They definitely have the enough burst damage to burst down this Brewmaster, but not forgetting you have a Bane who can defensive Nightmare the Brewmaster, and all you need is that 1 second of defensive Nightmare invulnerability, and Brewmaster will be able to get off his ultimate, and then he will change the whole fight. So right now VG, they have this defensive capabilities from Bane. They have Elder Titan Storm, which can buy the space for Brewmaster. Same for Terrorblade. Terrorblade is very susceptible to getting burst down, and if he gets bursted down, the impact of the hero actually goes down a lot. You want to be able to get off your Sunder in fights, and right now you have this same thing. You have the save from Bane, you have the Storm from Elder Titan to create a space, and on top of that you have the Brewmaster split with the Cyclone and stuff just to create the space and get for Terrorblade to get off his Sunder. So all in all, I would say right now VG's Gaming, as always, their draft, they always synergize very well. They have a game plan, very strong, and team fighting. All in all, Lanham has been drafting really well. Secret ban away DK and VG ban away Morphling. VG is lacking a mid hero, and DK is very strong, sustaining core in the mid lane, in the mid game where he can actually similarly create a space for the Terrorblade, take down towers as well. And VG Gaming, they lack lockdown, which is why they ban out the Storm in the second phase and now the Morphling, because they're gonna have lockdown problems on these elusive heroes. They only have Fiend's Grip, which isn't really enough, I would say. Secret, they go back for the Puck for CTY, and VG goes for the direct lane counter on the Templar Assassin. TA is known to be one of the most old school counter against Puck in the laning matchup, and right now Terrorblade, against the Tiny, I would definitely favor the Terrorblade in the late game. Tiny can be super strong as well, but Terrorblade is just Terrorblade. It's very powerful. And Tiny can be easily kited by Young 11 on the Brewmaster with his Cyclone. And yeah, I just feel that, I don't know, man. VG's drafting has been so on point this whole, like the last series as well as this first game of against Team Secret. I really like how they are drafting. I feel like they have their answers against Team Secret. The TA last pick by VG is very strong against Puck, but luckily for Secret they have the Ogre Magi who can rotate in and throw ignites to remove his refraction charges. That will help CT1 on the Puck a lot. And all in all, I feel that a lot of Secret's lineup's damage is going to be on this Tiny, and he's probably going to need a BKB because of the Brewmaster. But if he's going to get BKB, then he's not going to skill as well as a Terrorblade. And then there's still other Titans, Natural Order Aura on top of it. All in all, I'm going to favor VG's Gaming again. Maybe like 60-40, 57-43. I know these are just arbitrary numbers, but it's just my gut feeling and based on how I see the draft. Yeah, anyway, sorry if you hear a lot of background noise. It's raining pretty heavily here where I am, and yeah, it's all the thunderstorm and the rain sound on the background. Alright, that's all for Game 1's draft analysis. Hope you guys like it. Please subscribe to my channel, like my video, leave any comments you have below, and show me your support. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.